Hello, hello, hello. This is Gerald Salenti, and it's Thursday, December 23rd, 2021. 2 days before Christmas, and trying to get into that Christmas spirit. And my cousin Vinny and my beautiful cousin Lisa brought me some panettone. Mwah! And other people bringing me wonderful gifts too. Thank you all so much. And the markets are celebrating Christmas too. That's right. The major averages rose for third day on Thursday as investors looked past earlier jitters about the spread of Omicron, the moronic virus variant. The Dow Jones Industrial Average added almost 200 points. The S&P rose and closed at a record. The 500 stock average sits less than 0.4% from its intraday record high. And the NASDAQ was up 0.85%. So here's the deal. All this talk about the Fed tightening, they're tightening nothing. They're tight asses other than that, man. I mean, you look at the cats. I mean, you look at that Janet Yellen, you want to see anything that looks tight. You could take a look at, woof. All right? So, they're not tightening up anything. They're going to raise interest rates a little bit next year. They're still pumping all this dough. It's the markets know it. So, it's going to take something to really bring it down. These loose conditions aren't that loose. Not when you're looking at inflation at 6.8%. So you actually have very negative interest rates. Oil went up today. Things are loosening up. The Omicron's not as bad as they've been selling it, they say. So oil prices went up. Gold's back over that 1,800 mark, around 1,806. And Bitcoin, boop, back over 50. Read your Trends Journal. And I don't want to say we told you so, but look at your Trends Journal. Happy New Year. Well, happy Vax New Year. And it's going to blow the bubble out of it because moron, little scumbag imbeciles like that de Blasio, Warren Wilhelm Jr., the freaky little jerk off over there. We're not going to have a big New Year's celebration in Times Square. We got to stop the virus from going everywhere. Oh, it's spreading like crazy. People never get sick, by the way. Never get the flu, never get a cold. Every year, I try to do everything I can to, I hope I don't get a cold this year. I hope I don't get the flu this year. But now people get something. Everything would be perfect on earth if there was no COVID. You would live forever. You never die. So, again, Bitcoin's looking good. And we gave you the breakout points, and it's there. And we got another one coming up. Market flashes warnings as few stocks fuel gains. This is from the Wall Street Journal. The stock market's rise this year has narrowed around a short list of big tech companies. 5 of the biggest stocks in the S&P 500 account for more than half of the broad benchmark's gains since April. That's according to the Goldman Sachs. Of the S&P 500's 24% advances this year, those stocks are Microsoft, NVIDIA Corp, Apple, Alphabet, and Tesla. So will stocks fall next year? I'm in the camp that says they will. Sales of newly built homes tank as affordability hits buyers. November new home sales were down 14% from a year ago. But you know what? The median price of newly built homes sold in November rose by nearly 19%. You're looking at the average home in America selling for around a new home about $53,000. So, if you're working at Walmart or Target or Home Depot or Lowe's or Dollar General or Staples or anywhere of the big companies, you're making crap and you can't afford it. That's why apartments, and again, we've been writing about this for months, apartment rentals are going up too, the cost. And the big companies are buying up homes and apartment units because they know where the future's going. All we've become are workers for the global plantation of Slavelandia. Oh, talking about prices going up, General Mills sets increase in prices. And according to the Department of Labor Statistics, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in December, prices for all foods consumed at home rose 6.4%. And that's the biggest 12-month increase since 2008. What happened in 2008? Oh, you mean the panic of '08? You see where this is going? The average person, you can't afford it. The bigs are getting bigger. And the markets keep going up. Here we go. Rents set to rise again in 2022. Nationally, Realtor.com forecasts that asking rents will continue to increase at 2022 at a rate of just over 7%. 7%. Food going up almost 7%. Are wages going up like that? No. But the bigs keep getting bigger. Novartis to buy gene therapy firm for only $1.5 billion. That's all? Well, come on. And shows you how the whole thing is rigged. And as we've been saying it, a slap on the wrist for the bankster bandit. They get away with murder. Murder, because they murder so many people who they fuck over. Jamie Dimon Gang. Yeah, we told about that one. Oh, in the Trends Journal this week. Oh, yeah. The slap on the wrist fines. Slap on the wrist fines for these bankster bandits. Oh, remember, it's Christmas time. Yeah. The birth of Jesus Christ. The guy that becomes violent, makes a whip to drive the banksters out of the temple. Oh, that one? Oh, then he's on the cross 3 days later. Yeah, him. NatWest traders rigged treasuries. Bank pleads guilty. And they'll face a lousy $35 million penalty. Nobody goes to jail. But boy, oh boy, if you do something wrong, like a little shithead we got here, the new governor, Huckleberry bullshit. Yeah, you know what they just came out with? If you have a fake vaccine card, falsifying a COVID-19 vaccination card is now a Class A misdemeanor. Kathy Hochul signed a new legislation late last night. Faking one is punishable for 1 year in jail. And the bill has also created the felony of computer tampering in the third degree for intentional entering, alteration, or destruction of computer material regarding COVID-19 vaccine provisions. And that's a Class E felony that could be punished for up to 4 years in prison for a fucking bullshit vax passport. And these scumbags, motherfuckers, and to be equal, fatherfuckers, give the banksters a slap on the wrist as they fuck over millions of people by rigging the markets like little scumbag Jamie up your ass diamond. And you bust people's balls and throw them in jail because they don't want to get vaccinated. America, America. Yeah, land of the free, home of the brave, land of the fucked up pricks, and count on the other word that are screwing our lives up. UK watchdog. Oh, catch this. I got to read this quote. NatWest Markets Chief Executive Officer Robert Bigby, Robert Bullshit, said that the bank regretted the past behavior of a small number of former employees. Regretted? Oh, they regret getting caught. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I got caught. UK watchdog hits Blue Crest Capital with $40 million fine for reckless conduct. Yep. Of interest affecting its investors. You see what I mean? It's okay for the banksters to kill Christ and to kill you. And you got a crime syndicate called attorney generals and district attorneys, and they're nothing more than paid off clowns. After they leave the job, they go to work for them, probably most of the time. Important, Crypto.com to run Super Bowl ad. Crypto's not going anywhere unless the governments kill it. Social media giants to skip top trade show. Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest separately said that they would not send teams to the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. I'm mentioning this because trade shows, conventions, gone, and all the businesses that supported them, plus the tax revenue, down the toilet, where the banksters should be flushed down. Kellogg Strikers approved contract. Look at your top trends for 2022. All right? You got it right there. Unionization. As inflation soars, more workers demand cost of living protection. You got it? Supply and demand. Again, I call it like I see it. The higher wages go, the higher inflation goes as well. We're not out of this inflation. Oh, but it was only temporary. No, Salenti, it's transitory. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm Jerome Powell. Airlines note holiday travel increasing despite Omicron. Big story. Wall Street Journal. And let's see. U.S. domestic bookings have slipped falling about 16% the week of December 6th from the previous week. And you know what they are? 65% of 2019 levels. 65% of 2019 levels, and it's down, all right? 35%, and holiday travel increasing, and the stocks of these airlines and cruise ships are going up. U.S. inflation-adjusted spending stagnates as prices surge. U.S. consumer spending adjusted for inflation stagnated in November as the fastest price gains in nearly 4 decades eroded purchasing power. So they're showing you that, oh yeah, retail sales are going up. No, they're not. It's costing more. They're going up somewhat. And U.S. to disperse $500 million in COVID test kits. And by the way, please watch my interviews with Judge Napolitano. And they're up on this YouTube. He's great. And we were talking about this yesterday. As a matter of fact, he's coming up to Kingston tonight. And we're going to be going out to dinner at La Cana. And so they're dispersing these tests. That's what's bringing the case numbers up. People are freaked out, and they're getting tested. That's what's going on. And again, 500 million cases, the average is what? $15 a test kit, which is what? What is that, like $7.5 billion? And I'm not good at math. $7.5 billion of our money going into this bullshit. Omicron found to pose lower illness risks. Oh, this is out of today's Wall Street Journal. People infected with the Omicron variant of coronavirus are markedly lower risk of hospitalizations. Oh, we only wrote about this back at the November Trends Journal 3 weeks ago. All right? They're selling fear and hysteria. South Africans contracting COVID-19 in the current fourth wave of infections are 80% less likely to be hospitalized if they catch the Omicron variant, according to the National Institute for Communicable Diseases. So it's from Bloomberg, so it's not a conspiracy theory. But Quebec's premier, that's a curse word, calling these little dick scumbag fuckface nothings a premier piece of crap, says beginning the day after Christmas, gatherings inside homes will be limited to 6 people or 2 family bubbles. Why, I say 5 people. I say 3 bubbles. I say shove the bubble up your ass. Restaurants have to operate at half capacity and close at 10 p.m. And tables are limited to 6 people or 2 families. They're making this shit up. Little fucking shitheads are making it 6 people or 2 families. I say 5 people and 3 families. No, make up anything. Earlier this week, the French-speaking Canadian province abruptly closed bars, gyms, and schools. And in Brussels, the authorities decided to close cinemas, theaters, and concert halls and ban indoor activities. Sports fans will be closed out of stadiums and indoor halls. The measure will kick in Sunday. I say it should kick in Saturday. Oh, authorities, that's a curse word. Calling these scumbags authorities, fuck you, authority. I'm a politician. I never work a day in my life. I steal money. I don't lower my wages when I close everybody down. I'm an authority. I'll tell you what to do. I know better than you. You're just a piece of shit of Slavelandia. Prime Minister Alexander De Croo said the reason for concern, we are facing Omicron. Hey, but wait a minute. Just said it wasn't that dangerous. That's all right. That what we know about it is bad news. Well, it's not bad news because it's saying that 80% less likely to be hospitalized. It remains unclear how badly it affects the body. Hey, stupid, are you too fucking stupid to read the facts? Oh, you don't believe the Wall Street Journal or Bloomberg? It's one after another. One after another. Virus surge has Europe tightening. Yeah, tight asses tightening. Germany, Sweden, Portugal. Yep, the government of Portugal said on Tuesday that it was reintroducing a raft of lockdown restrictions. The measures include the closure of all nightclubs and the obligation to work from home. You know what the vax rate is in Portugal? 87% fully vaxxed. A Royal Caribbean cruise ship was denied entry into 2 island nations after 55 fully vaccinated crew members and passengers contracted COVID-19. But you have to get vaccinated. And no, it's not because you're vaccinated that you're less likely to get sick, according to 80% of the people in Africa. The 80%, as I said, the number here, 80% less likely to be hospitalized, and they have a very, very low vaccination rate. Anyway, New Zealand pushes back its borders, reopening at the end of February. New Zealand detected 22 cases. How many deaths? Oh, I think somebody died I think 15 people died around the world out of 8 billion people. And why are you doing it at the end of February? How about the beginning of March? They're making this shit up. Indonesia has banned entry of foreign nationals from several countries, blah, 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 blah. Thailand said that it was pausing its quarantine-free travel program. It's one after another here. Smartphone addiction during pandemic leading to poor self-control, negative thoughts. This is a study out of Germany. Smartphones, dumb phones. And this is from CNN. Early in the COVID-19 pandemic, everybody stuck at home tried their hand at cooking. Almost 2 years later, people have given up their dreams of becoming a celebrity chef. They're eating speedy meals and on-the-go bites. People are fatigued from cooking at home and prepping for complicated meals. Fatigued. This is from some shithead, Chris Foley, the president of Meals and Beverages at Eat That Fucking Crap Campbell's, during a presentation to investors last week. This is from the Cartoon News Network. Campbell says consumers are indicating that they want quicker lunches while they work from home and eat in their office. Lunchtime is your halftime, he said. The advertising is Chunky Soup brand. Convenience stores, they're back. People at Conagra are seeing a shift in snack purchases, prepared meals, and Slim Jim meat sticks and beef jerky. Jerky you off. Look at America. Again, whale watching. You don't have to get on the boat to do it. All you got to do is walk the streets. They say that pigs can't fly. You've been to the airport? 78% of the people that have been hospitalized are either obese or overweight. Look at the shit that they're shoving down their throat. People are fatigued from cooking, giving up their dreams of being a celebrity chef, eating fucking easily prepared dinners. Don't cook anymore. Eat shit. Blow up. Get sick. You'll be fine. Anyway, Merry Christmas to everybody. Wish you all the very best. Buon Natale. And thank you all for tuning in. And remember, as a Christmas gift to us and to people you'd like to give it to, support us. Subscribe to the Trends Journal at trendsjournal.com, trendsjournal.com. And of course, your vaccine religious exemption, you go to freedompeacejustice.com, Freedom, Peace, Justice. Please support us. We're fighting for freedom, peace, and justice. And we're doing everything we can to fight for you. Thank you, and Buon Natale. The COVID-19 war has changed the world. But who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.